So that was just back and shoulders. Um, it went pretty well. I did do 2 sets for each exercise, uh, but I didn't record each set that I had done, mainly because I don't want to get in people's way. I think I've said this before, but yeah, I don't want to get in people's way. I don't want to be a nuisance and have my tripod pointing in their direction. Um, you know, even though it's not an essential rule at the gym that I go to that you cannot film in there, they actually kind of like encourage it. Like if you were to, I have this ad that says, if you're filming, don't forget to tag your gym because it's a franchise. So like, don't forget to tag the gym that you're at in a way, like the location. So yeah, my hair is a bit all over the place, so I'm trying to fix it. Tends to happen after I don't know, should be fine. Oh, well, yeah, that's good enough. Fuck it. But yeah, anyways, sorry about that. But yeah, so that was back and shoulders. It did go well. It was a good session. Um, got a good pump. I did train calves at the end as well, only because, like I said, I trained my calves on my upper body days. I think if I was at a gym that was larger and it wasn't as popular because of the size of it, if that makes sense, um, so there's plenty of room to move around, then I would film all my sets. And plus, uh, if anyone has any tips about storage, because my phone storage constantly runs out. I know it's like the typical, delete some apps, but it's not my apps, it's my photos, and I don't even know where most of the storage even comes from for my photos because I don't even have a lot of, I've only got pictures in a way. I don't really have a lot of videos. So, yeah. Anyways, so in the last video, I said in the description that I will make a video about. I think I said in the description. Well, if not, then I have had this thought for a while of making a video about how to properly write and execute a training program. The reason why I've been a bit hesitant about it is because I sometimes do feel like I'm at the stage where I'm not uh, accredited enough to talk about these things. In my perspective, there should be, when someone is giving another person information, they should have some kind of credibility, whether that's a qualification or, well, they can't just have a qualification because they have to, you can still be a doctor and be an idiot in a way. So, yeah, there's people who have PhDs and people who are doctors that are idiots. Not all of them, but I'm just saying everybody is smart in their own way and everybody can be stupid in their own way, regardless of what profession that they might do that makes them seem like that they are better than who they are. Anyways, but yeah, I've been a bit hesitant because I don't want to, I don't want to, in a way, spark any controversies that might occur. I think that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, another thing is, like I said before, I don't think I have enough credibility to actually talk about training in itself. Mainly because, I don't think I have a terrific physique. I don't think I am, really strong and whatnot. So there's always got to be some kind of backbone to whatever you do. I still will make it, but I just want to state in this video that when I post it and finish doing it, finish editing it and stuff, that I don't want people to take my word as the only the end of what's the saying? The saying is like I don't want people to take my word as it's the end all be all sort of thing. That's the saying. Like there is other ways to execute and write training programs and like how to properly go about it. But in the video, I want to just show you people my perspective and my opinion on what worked well for me. So yeah, I will cover a bunch of different topics like intensity and volume and things like that, and exercise selection. You know, a lot of the common topics that come up when anybody is trying to design a training program for themselves. So yeah, I think that's like an idea that I've got for the next video that I will hopefully get done by the end of either this week or the end of like halfway through next week. So yeah, but anyways, I'll see how that goes, and hopefully it'll turn out alright. But yeah, like I said, I don't want people to take my word as the end all be all sort of thing. To still have their own opinion on what they should do for training, but my goal for that video is to try and teach people my ways. They're not essentially my ways that I invented, but just ways that I have found enjoyable, reliable, also, you know, where you can actually get some kind of results out of it. So, you know, ones that are efficient and ones that are beneficial. Because they're like nowadays, and we're in the 21st century, like there's a lot of misinformation that is out there, you know, with training and exercise selection, and you know what intensity you should work at. But I'll cover it in the video and try and explain it as best I can, because you know a lot of times when I'm explaining things I always kind of ramble on and stop, because yeah, most of the time I can't string a sentence together without thinking of what I should talk about next in a way like, oh, I should mention this. Sort of the same as what's going on in this video. So yeah, but other than that, I thought that was that would be the main topic of this video, just to talk about, you know, at the end of this video, because obviously back and shoulders. But yeah, I thought or maybe I might put this at the start. I'll probably put this at the start so then I can draw more engagement, you know, with you guys who watch. I know I'm only getting like 5-7 views on average, but it's alright. I mean, to me, it's a win, because as long as I get, you know, a few views, it's more than zero. It's more than what I used to get. But yeah, and as long as I'm helping people that actually watch this video. But yeah, I still got a long way to go. So, you know, in terms of bodybuilding, which is one of the main reasons of why I started filming. But anyways, that's another topic of discussion. But yeah, so now I thought I'd talk about, you know, training itself, like the session that I did, the session I'm going to do. You know, since at this moment in time, I'm driving back to driving away from the gym. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, so I thought I'd talk about the session and how it went. So I think it went quite well. For my chest and shoulders and arms session before, I did do a bit too much volume. Like off camera, I did chest flies. So I did too much volume and too much exercises. So that I know straight away, because during the session, I was like, okay, I'm getting, because you can kind of feel it. You get to the point where you're like, all right, I can feel my energy levels getting lower. You know, my repetitions aren't being as efficient. Just a bunch of mixed, multiple factors, sort of things like that. But yeah, so today's session was a lot better. You know, I was there is no such thing as like the perfect amount, but you know, I had a relative amount suitable for my goals, you know, to effectively train in the shortest amount of time as possible. You know, I used to train for, say, 2 hours, hour and a half, you know, not non-stop, but I used to train like that, mainly because I was first doing powerlifting. When I first started going to the gym, I was into powerlifting, and I was still into bodybuilding. Like, I knew I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I first went into gym. But yeah, powerlifting caught my eye, and I thought, wow, I mean, I'd like to be strong before I compete. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, anyways, today's session was really good. I'd say it was very effective. But yeah, the only downside was my energy levels were a bit lower than usual, and that would probably be because I didn't do less than usual on my chest day, so it carried over to my next session. Because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, is that when a muscle is already sore or damaged, you experience that DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So when you experience that muscle soreness, your nervous system won't work as hard to generate an action potential for your other muscles to perform a task. I'm pretty sure. So what I'm trying to say is that when you're already sore in a one muscle group, let's say for instance in this case for me it's chest, your nervous system won't be able to work as efficiently to tell the other muscles that you want to train to contract, because it's already exhausted, pre-fatigued from the previous session. So I think that's another thing that I need to work on. So I did a bit too much on my Monday training day, which impacted my training day today. Even though they are different muscle groups and my back was fresh, it was mainly my nervous system. The ability for my nervous system to tell other muscles to contract. But yeah, anyways, just got back now, so yeah. Thanks guys for watching, and I hope it was a bit more interesting, and yeah, in the future I will hopefully make my videos more interesting. But yeah, thanks for now.
I'll tell you what, that right in front of me. So it's like a driveway along the side, and there's a name, there's a road, name. Oh, it's pretty easy to get onto the road, and